Oh, I've been out on the search, and you can guess what I'm looking for today. That's right. I got my new Lynch shirt on. I got my Lynch glasses so I can see out here in this bright, hot Bayou day in December. I got my Lynch backpack. So I better pull out my trusty Lynch towel. So yeah, that's just what I need on a day like this, because we've been in search for the quest of that half gram. And not only that, but we're going to see what we got in our Black Friday bag. So I've been using my Lynch light to search. Fortunately, I have my handy Lynch loop for my field loop. And we're going to get right into the booty at hand here. So thank you for joining me once again on this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we're going to see what we can do with some holiday lynch. So let's get to it. So let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, our festive X marks the spot table here, and check out our Lynch booty. So you're getting the theme for this one. Yes, this is all of my Lynch goods that I've gotten. So we've got our gizmo bag there. We've got another gizmo bag there, and we've got us an original. And I have not done an original since one of the very first videos I ever did, and the very first Lynch that I ever bought was two of the original. And again, our trusty towel. It's, got a couple of those from the orders. Our flashlight with no Lynch on it, which was kind of cheesy, but now that I'm in, I'm going to have to use my cold pack for that knee, because I've been hiking for so far trying to recover this material. And then now that we're here, we've got our good Lynch loop for I just started crashing the house. Cats are tearing stuff up. Our Lynch loop for looking up close and personal. This one's got the light on it. And then we have, again, the one we just got, our field 10 power basic field loop. And I have and again, our very cool Lynch glasses. I have the Lynch, damn it. What do you call it? Chapstick. And I looked through all my different bags and envelopes, everything. I just don't know where I stuck that one little Lynch item, but I cannot find it. So, but there's a shot of all of our Lynch booty. I've got a Lynch label that came the first, on the first bags that I bought of this stuff. It came with a Lynch label. And I just thought, I'd never bought this stuff. I thought it was, they just threw that in with all of them. So I wondered why I never got the labels again. And then later on, I saw that, oh, okay, I just happened to order it that day when it was a prize to get for your pay dirt. So that's going on the display. So that's not out here, but we'll see that in the next episode pay dirt review number 100, where we're going to be doing our giveaway for Christmas, before Christmas Eve next week. So till then, we'll get this cleaned up. And like I said, what we've got here, if you missed the mail call, I had ordered 2 bags, a bag of each of these on about a week before Thanksgiving, to get the very cool, again, the Lynch shirt, which I don't know if I'm showing the camera right on that or not, but yeah, my new Lynch shirt, a $40 value, and that's what they say. And I expected them to do the repeat order and send me the thing where it says, you want to, repeat this order exactly and get another shirt. I've done that with the towels, with a number of different things, the loops, and they never sent me the return request, so I didn't get another shirt. But on Black Friday, then after Thanksgiving, they did have the Black Friday sale again, like they had last year, where they give you an extra percentage off. So you get basically, these are $13 and some cents instead of $16.20. And problem was last year they shorted you out about 0.04 tenths of a gram off of your purchase. John, our prospect, and I did a bunch of bags between us, and all of them came out to 0.16 instead of the usual 0.2021. So I was going to throw that in and see, but they were offering the shirt again. So I ordered it. It also was doing the giveaway for the cold pack if you ordered. And I got the cold pack. I did not get the shirt, but it took over 3 weeks to get this order, and they ended up packing it all together in one box. So they actually overcharged me for $10 shipping because it all would have gone in one box, normally. So I said the whole thing was kind of screwy. So, but that's Lynch. And like I said in the mail call, it doesn't do any good to try to contact them or bitch about it because they 100% ignore you. They don't care. So we're going to see, though, one of these. But again, I wanted to see specifically which bags, if I had a difference in the one from before the sale to the one during the sale. So we're going to do them all, and we'll keep them separate. I know one of these came in a double order, but since they all shipped them together, maybe I got lucky and they gave me a bag that wasn't cut from the for the holiday season. So I know John, our prospecting order, just has some coming too. So we can be comparing to see what he got on his order, if he can tell a difference. I think he had a multiple order too. They might be packing all up together. So who knows? But we're gonna get this straightened up, get some water going, and get into this and see what we can find. All right, we are all set up to go here. And I guess, nice little shot of our bags. We've got our little guy over there in the corner. We're ready to go. I was really surprised how far the range on the mic on this was. That's a pretty good distance, and even from around the corner of the building, I was still recording. It was still picking it up. So like I said, that's pretty good. I was surprised. All right, well, we're going to start off with a gizmo. I see some peridot already, and amethyst. Looks like a nice piece of dark amethyst in this one. Oh, hang on. First thing I do is get my damn hands wet. But yeah, that's a very nice piece of amethyst for Lynch stuff. A piece of nice chunk of peridot there. Ooh, dropped it in the water. Get something to dry my hands so I don't keep having dirt sticking to it. Still dumping water in here while we end up picking them out as we go through the pen. Now there's some more smaller peridot in here. All right, well we can get that as we pan this out and get some of the bigger ones out of the way. And like I said, on these gizmo bags, that's usually it. When you're getting the small bags, you're going to get the peridot and a piece or two of amethyst, and a lot of times it's a pretty clear amethyst. But that's a standard. It always looks the same. That dark Arizona dirt, kind of sandy, very dry until you splash water in it. So I saw some more peridot floating in there, so we'll just go ahead and get started with a good little amount there. We've got our jet dry surfactant already in the water, ready to go. I always wondered if now, since I've been doing this, is if you had like one of those water walkers in a like a tub or something, could you drop some surfactant in there and he would sink? Would it break the surface tension where the water walker, the bugs, could not need to go down to the bayou and see if I can catch one and test that theory when I'm down there panning for gold. But yeah, it was actually a pretty tragic day in Louisiana yesterday when I was doing my mail call. I couldn't do this pay dirt yesterday because I said we just had storms raging around the state, and actually we had a few people that died from tornadoes. That had a number of tornadoes that touched down, did a lot of damage, and mostly to the east and northeast of me. But we were in the warnings, but it was just really high winds and torrential rain for a while. But yeah, it's condolences to the lives that were lost in that storm yesterday. I just brewed up, and was pretty bad. So very sad for the holidays too. People going into having to deal with burying family now. It's not just hurricanes down here, and then Texas got ravaged as well. I haven't heard any details, but yeah. So well, they were getting down. I always saw some gold showing up in that. Let's see what we got here to get us kicked off on our gizmo. Like I said, we're going for the I found up to almost a half a gram's worth of gold in my someone's gizmo. Some were what is that? Just a rock. Some were the vulture, but just the fact it was in they were saying that about the $16, $17 bags, that we've never found anything close to that amount in. And between John and I, since I've started doing this, and he'd already been doing it before I was, like I said, we've gone through quite a few of these of these bags. Oh, there we have. I've got to keep getting that one of those little specks on the side running off. But it's not a bad start on that. If we got 2 or 3 pans of that amount in there, I bet we'd be over 20.20, but we shall see. Get these sucked up and we'll get on to another one. Well, I am down to the end of that first bag. Actually had a pretty nice little amount of gold that showed up on the second pan. So we'll see if it carried all the rest of it with that one, or if there may be. It was small chunky stuff, but still very, very pretty gold. I was doing it out there in the sun. It's despite the way I portrayed it at the opening of this video. It is not hot today. We've been in the upper 50s, right? I guess it's 60, about 60 right now, but in the sun, it's nice and warm. Over here in the Gold Station corner, it's rather cool in the shade. Whenever I go through to look in the sun in my pan, then it warms up very nice, especially with this black t-shirt on. It's very pleasant. I know it doesn't compare to some of the frozen temperatures that are hitting the country that are coming up the end of this week, from what I've seen, at least on the reports. But I need to take this moment to congratulate once again Mr. Minix, who won our live chat Guess the Color last week on the big show there on Friday night. He guessed the color periwinkle. And that's why I say when I started the thing saying, remember, it can be fruits, flowers, it can be colors, just to try to give you a little hint there that it was. And it ran for a little while. It was a while before down the list before Mr. Minix came up with that color. I think I'd already posted in the live chat. Go check the kids crayon box, because that's where first time I ever remembered seeing the color periwinkle was in the big box of Crayola crayons. But you want a vial of the little mini vial of the gator eyes with, I think it's like 0.28 grams of gold in it, and a couple of flakes in two pieces that make for a nice looking little display. And it may actually be some of the gold that I think I used, some of the gold bait gold that I got out of that bag that that was off of that video that went in his prize. So, but yes, congratulations to Mr. Minix. He's a great guy, and does a lot for the gold community. He's got his channel. Doesn't ever talk on it. It's all like the silent prospector there. He has some background music and stuff, but he's not a vocal guy. But he does a lot of giveaways, and he'll do it on people's channels, like in the live chat. He's actually, I won something from him on John's live chat. Sometimes he'll do last man standing, where we comment at the end of the video until it cuts off, which is usually like 3 or 4 minutes once the premiere has, again, because this isn't live stream. I don't do live streaming. It's just a live chat on the video premieres. And like I said, I've come to really like that more than having to do a live stream and be I definitely don't want to just be sitting there talking to the camera. And it's kind of hard to do especially at least for my setup, I think, to do a panning. But you can't really interact with your audience very well if you're doing what I'm doing right now on a live stream and not watching the breaking between the nice little bit of gold there showing up. So like I said, I really like the live chat interaction and being able to play the video. I just hope you guys always go back and watch it again, because I know you're missing at least half of it because we're sitting there talking through it. So I don't I don't know, it may be self-defeating, but it's like I said, it's a good time, and really really fun and good interaction in the community, and appreciate all you guys that tune in to watch it. And as I said before, we're going to be going on a full year of Friday night videos, and I think it's like February 12th or something. Some first part of February, though, since I first did we were doing the live chats on the videos when I would just post them randomly. I always tried to do it kind of around the weekend, it seems, and then took up the Friday night spot. And used to be at 8:30, 8:31, and then when backyard went to Monday, then I kicked on down to 8:01, and that seems to have worked out for the most part on people's times. And Friday nights, I know a lot of times it depends on what you're doing on your weekend. If you got time for you're doing what you're doing for your Friday nights and all that. But I think it's and of course the wonders of YouTube. You can watch it anytime. You don't have to be there and miss the show if you're not there on a Friday night. But again, it's just always very nice to have the commenting. So there we go. That's and the interaction in the live chat. Yeah. So that looks like a nice. I think we definitely have at least our 2/10 in that one, but I often say that, and I'm on gold and I'm wrong. So we'll that's small stuff. Those little chunks there are, like, you can call it a picker because I can pick it up, but it is a tiny little piece of lynch gold, but it always has that same, no matter what size you have, it has that same character. Very pretty shiny gold. So, all right, we're going to separate this out from the others and move on to the next bag. And I forgot to show our gem take from that bag. So we've got about 9 pieces, little pieces of peridot and a piece of amethyst. It's a pretty colored one. So there we go. All right, for our second bag of the video, we're going to, I should have cut this one too, huh? Let's see if it'll open up. All right. There we go. Should be about the same dirt as we had in the GIZMO'S, except without the gems. This is supposed to be a high decorations are sticking to the. This is supposed to be a lot of black sand, 20% black sand in the original bag here. Let's see what. So there's a little bit in there. Maybe more of that is the hematite rather than all magnetite. But I always like the gold original bag though from Lynch. So let's go ahead and start that back up in there. So I guess I could have left it in there and gotten it out of the way in one swoop. Let's go ahead and kick this one off, and then I'll finish it up, and we'll go on to the third one just to get a look at. Like I said, it should look about the same. These are real good bags for beginners if you wanted to try out gold panning, and like I say, for $20, $28, you get a bag of Miners Depot, and you get more gold, as opposed to, basically you spend I think it's like $27 for $28, including shipping for these. But they are, I guess this is probably easier material to go through than Miners Depot is, because they can have some pretty challenging stuff sometimes when they get that fine gold that they put in there, plus the heavies. Sometimes it's got a lot of hematite in theirs, or the extra magnetite when they hit a vein. But Lynch is always consistently the same, so you know what you're always going to have. Like I said, for someone who wants to try it out, and then you get that's why I always get the GIZMO'S for an extra 20 cents or 30 cents, whatever it is, instead of getting and it's a larger bag. You get a little more material in it compared to the small original. We'll see if there's looks like any difference in this first pan we hit. Now this is a bag that was not on sale. This was just one that I bought before Thanksgiving, like I said, to get the shirt with the GIZMO. And then I'd planned on getting one just to see. I talked to John, our prospect, and asked him if he was going to try it out, and he'd said no, he wouldn't. He didn't want to get screwed again this year. He's like taking it that it's going to be like it was last year, and then they did the shirt, so he did go ahead and get some orders in to get him some shirts. Of course, he's not just going to order one, John. So let's see, what do we have showing up here in when I was going through the pan in between out there doing the GIZMO'S, and I was washing it in the sun, and I was seeing it looked like wire gold, these wire gold pieces that were kind of lifting and moving around. And I realized it was tiny roots. They were kind of dense, and they'd float. Then when I'd wash, I was down to not much water in the pans. When I'd wash it back, they'd kind of hang at the top, and they were at kind of a golden color, darker, but definitely had that look of that real fine wire gold. I go, damn, I've never seen wire gold in this, and it wasn't. But that's a nice looking little start to our bag here. I just think if you're on the half-gram quest, you need to find a pretty significant amount to get started. Well, I could kind of force that to be picked up. I don't know if you got that. Oh, you can hear it tick. So when you slam it down, if it makes a sound, I guess that counts as a picker. So we got a couple of little tiny flakes in there and some bigger pieces. Well, bigger in comparison to the others. So we'll get this snuffered up. I'm going to go through this bag a little more, and we'll be back. Well, all right, we were at the end of this was only a 2-pan bag. Like I said, it's smaller than the GIZMO, which was a 3-panner. So pretty straightforward stuff. Speaking of straightforward stuff, if you guys have not entered the comment giveaway video for the 100 episode Blood Bayou. That was Halloween. This is Christmas Bayou. Bayou Gold Guy Christmas Bayou Paydirt bottle for the colors of the season in it. You got your reds, your greens, your silvers, and your golds. And some other colors thrown in there for good measure. And 2 vials of the Grigoriys that are the second and third place. They'll both be the same, but they'll have the Grigoriy display vial with the polished garnets and some other stuff in there that looks good in the glass vial with some gold kind of spread throughout it. So yeah, make sure I'll leave a link in the I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll put it on the end screen that you can click over to after this one if you have not. And also, I am still offering the Christmas Bayou Paydirt that you can buy for $100 for the bottle, postage included, and that is the 100% ROI, the rare 100% ROI Bayou Gold Guy Christmas Bayou Paydirt. And that 100, I said before, I don't count postage on my ROIs, but I'm counting it on you for you guys on my stuff. So it will be the 100, basically 100+% ROI, and covering postage as well. It's included in the price. But there's our batch of little gold from the original. And again, it just has the standard little chunky Lynch gold look to it. One little chunker there is holding tight. Well, it's still holding tight. Got enough weight that it needs some suction to get it up to 2. So there we go. Let me scan my pan. We'll be right back. All right, let's see how we look here. Like a lot of fine gold. That's what it looks like to me. I always put jet dry in my bottle there too, just so I do not dilute it down if I'm working fine gold. But it's a nice little batch there though. Come on. Why was it giving me attitude again about the zoom? Come on, damn it. I'm just not sure what I do to prompt the this is the full zoom on it right now, and then if I can get it to, there's the graph pops up, then I'm not sure what it does to initiate. Oh, there we go. So yeah, very tiny flakes of lynch gold, but it is some pretty shiny stuff though. So all right, I'm going to put this, go ahead and suck this up and put it in the drying pan so I can use my snuffer bottle for the other gizmo, because we got our first one here in the bottle with the cap on it, and our second one I'm going to put this original lynch in the, like I said, in the drying pan, and we will check out our next and last gizmos, see if the half gram's hiding in that one. All right, that brings us to our final bag in this round of the search. All right, well, I can see a piece of peridot sticking out first thing. Again, it's not as dark as our first one, but let's see, it looks pretty, actually it looks pretty clear in the, and oh, look, we've got a bonus. It's actually got two of them in there, but again, that's very, very pale. This looks clear. Oh, I'm not seeing any peridot dumping out of here yet. What the hell? Usually you see at least a couple of chunkies like we just saw in that first bag coming out. Look at that. I do not see any peridot in that at all. So is this our Black Friday bag? Two pale pieces of amethyst and not a speck of peridot showing up in there. That's crazy. Well, let's dry. Let's test and see how the magnetics look in this. We got a few in there. I cannot believe they just cut out the peridot completely. Well, we'll see if there's a. Let's see what the gold is on this. I mean, that's the difference of the first bag we just did, with a nice dark piece and then about 8 pieces of peridot, compared to this one with two pale. I mean, you can see the difference. It's very, very, very distinct. Now, I don't know what the hell is happening with this. Let's dump some out and see. We'll see how our first pan of gold looks, because the last one looked pretty nice, you recall. Yeah, it seems a little squirrely here already, starting off on this last one. Well, that's why I was doing this, just to compare and see. I'm pretty sure, though, like I said, between John and our prospecting and I, we have done dozens of the Gizmo bags, and I don't think we've ever not had peridot in it. Peridot amethyst. And sometimes you get a dark, maybe it looked like I think one time he got something like or I did, I can't remember now. It looked like maybe it was an Apache tear, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's crazy. So is anybody going to go see the new long-awaited, like 20 years, 15 years awaited Avatar 2? They said it's like Avatar except wet, basically, because it's world, the way of water or whatever it's called. It's supposed to be the last word on movies for with on climate change. This is a climate change movie disguised in the Avatar world that's getting its point across. But they've opened our theater down here, and I went by it at Thanksgiving, and there were like 6 cars at in the evening, like on Black Friday, whatever it was, on Thanksgiving weekend, and because it was nothing but you're gonna go watch either the crappy Black Panther movie or the whatever it was, the Strange World that has lost millions of over $100 million for Disney on its because it was based on a queer teenager played by a real queer for just what people want to see, or Disney people to talk about walking out with their kids saying, no, I don't want to, I'm not going to watch this, Dad, take me out of here. But yeah, there was just nothing on to play. There was nothing that was people wanted to see, and now Avatar is going to have pretty much a wide open. There's nothing challenging it. It's a little black. Is that some kind of it's rock? But 3D is not. If this movie has to make $2 billion to break even, over 2 billion to break even, and the first one made like 1.4, 2.4 billion. But if you recall, they re-released it like over 2 years after it had come out. It was still playing in theaters and re-release, and that's whenever it was still new to 3D. Everybody's 3D has kind of been played out, and this is like a 3 hour and 15-minute movie. So it's playing at the theaters up here. I just don't. The first one I saw when it came out, whatever, on DVD, watched on a big screen TV, but I didn't. I did not go and see it at the theater. I didn't have any idea what it was. I was barely even. Wasn't even on my radar. But yeah, there's, like I said, that's up for the pretty much the thing for holiday weekend. I already watched Violent Night, which is a movie about Santa Claus, the real Santa Claus kicking a bunch of bad guys' ass, and sounds like it could have actually been a pretty good movie. And I was hearing the review of it on YouTube, and I shut it off right then, and then went and watched it. And yeah, it was really stupid. They could have. It was dumb. I don't know if they didn't know whether they were making it for kids or for adults or Santa. It was, like I said, I was very disappointed. It could have been pretty good. But I'll tell you something that I surprised that I really did like. It was nice. You got that cleaned out there. It was very nice. Little cluster there for that first part of the bag. But is the Netflix? You know, Netflix is nothing but trash. Usually libtard trash that they put out. But they have done the Addams family in the series. It's called Wednesday, about Wednesday Addams, and but and she's older, she's at school, but they have cameo appearances by in different episodes, a mini series like 8 episodes or 10 episodes or something. But I was really surprised. It was fun. It was good to watch. It wasn't full of libtard trash, other than like one of her friends had two moms, and they played that up a little bit as far as his two moms, and he was, of course, a little introverted, kind of a pussy kid, of course. But yeah, but that was the only crap diversity shit that they were trying to shove down it. The rest of it was pretty. Like I said, if you could, I would never recommend anybody subscribing to Netflix, but there are ways around that. Like I used to watch this stuff, and actually they have a show from Netflix that doesn't suck out loud, and I'm looking forward to season 2. I mean, it had its moments where it was a little kind of got a little gimpy there, but I mean, compared to the crap that Marvel's put out, and all the the MCU crap that has just destroyed the MCU, it was rather refreshing. I enjoyed it. So that goes on the Bayou Gold Guy recommended list for you guys for Christmas, if you looking for something to watch besides the normal, of course, Home Alone, great, Die Hard, and Vacation, Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase and the gang. So all that stuff. So your classics are the Santa Claus. Always, there's some of these I watch yearly, some I watch every few years as they come through. But yeah, it's like here, the movies you could choose from down here now besides Avatar is, again, Black Panther with no Black Panther in it. More girl power crap. Uh, a movie about American cannibals. It's a cannibal love story, some bullshit like that. One about summoning something Satan. So yeah, this is all really nice Christmas oriented. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Avatar or nothing taking the box offices coming up for the Christmas time. But all right, well, we're going to see what's in the rest of this, and we'll be back. All right, that brings us to the bottom of the bag. And just like the last one, the middle pan had a good amount of gold in it. This is our third pan here. So like I said, the gizmos, you get about 3 worth if you do split it up into thirds. For the same amount as about half for 2 pans from the original. A lot of small gold. I'm still just I mean, I don't know if they've got somebody that throws, one guy drops in an amethyst, one guy drops in some gold, one guy drops in some peridot. Did they miss the assembly line on that? Because I mean, not just nothing. It just makes no sense to me when that's the only 2 things that you have in those bags is peridot and a piece of amethyst. All right, looks like we got everything out of that. I've got all of my pay dirt. All 3 of these bags are in here together. I'm going to pour this off. I've got a big, excuse me, a bigger container that I'm going to use the Garrett to sluice it out with, and one time go through it all real quick. So let's see how this one looks. I've already got our original in the pan dried in the house. Nowhere near outside in any way. You're not going to have any more of that gold flopping around on the ground. Now, see, to me, this looks markedly less. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it was just some of the soap was hiding it there. Again, a couple of little chunky pieces in there. I don't know, maybe like less. Maybe it doesn't look like less. I cut myself off there, but another little chunk. That's one of our biggest chunks, I think, that we've gotten. And a very pretty shiny, nice character, nice sound. It's got all the qualities there. And then that's our gems for that bag. Two crummy amethysts. So I don't know, my friends. That's so kind of why I went ahead and did this, just to see. So we'll get it into the house, get the rest of this dried up, split up, and well, first I'm going to go through the tailings, and then you know the drill. We'll be back. All right, we are in the house. Ooh, watch out with our varieties, our latest and last hand of dried gold from Lynch Mining. And again, it's always some pretty little chunky flakes, and it's hard to believe that this is the 99th time I'm saying let's check out our gold for our gold review pay dirt episodes. And I mean, I think it's like 247 what YouTube calls uploads, including the hurricane videos and work, and now the shorts. But this is what it was always about from the very beginning, was just, I had never touched this stuff, didn't know this even existed a year and a half ago until I saw, the Clash video, and $10,000 for or $5,000, whichever the first one I saw was. And back then it was only Dan Hurd and him, and maybe some Miller and Golden pay dirt reviews, and very, very few channels that were gold panning compared to what is out there today. And like I said, this has just been my journey on, like I said, I thought it was a joke when I first saw who's going to pay money for gold in dirt from these, mining companies that are all, I'm sure, shysters, because it's gold, and everybody knows that gold and avarice and greed all go together. But and if you followed he who shall not be named again, telling me that you're never going to make money on pay dirt, or it's not an investment, it's for hobby and this and that, and oh, okay, all right, well, okay. And then I start seeing companies that, like Miners Depot and Gold Bay, and now Gold Nugget Sales and Vendetta, and any number, that no, you can get very nice ROIs on gold, and especially when gold was dropping in price. And so yeah, I have never had any kind of investment of other than maybe CDs a couple of times, trying to save cash, but never anything to try to have to build like I have on since I've gotten into this. And then it drives you to want to get more. but in the gold community here, we give a lot of it away. And that's speaking of which, congratulations again to Mr. Minix. I have not sent his prize from the live chat out yet because I'm throwing in some extra for him. So I know he's not in a hurry for it. So it will be going out, but that's his 0.28 grams of gold in the little display vial. And then I haven't loaded these yet, but these are the second place and third place winners. Will be getting your gold and sparkles in these. So, yes, indeed. And then, of course, your first place will, I haven't loaded it up yet, but this is your first place Bayou, Christmas Bayou Paydirt. And it's not going to have a label on it so you can see the little stuff showing through the back of it. It looks kind of cool without them. So there's no back label on these. And I think the sale pay dirts will probably be about the same. I usually have the gator holding the nugget on something whenever I'm actually selling pay dirt. So I don't know, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet if this is going to be the one for the sale bottles or not. But this is when you want to win with over a gram of gold in it for the comment video. So there you have it. Now let's see what we have. This is the last bottle we did. I mean, the last bag of GIZMO'S that I did, where we had no peridot and just the little two amethysts, which that one looks a little brighter in here in the light under the camera, but they're both pretty clear. Like I said, compared to the other one that we got in the first bag, it's got a nice dark look to it. And then again, no peridot at all. It had no peridot at all, which is unheard of. So like I said, I don't know, somebody, if I mean, is it separate? Do they, like I said, they got an assembly line where one guy's putting in peridot, one guy's putting in, I don't know, but I just don't see how they'd mess that up when that's one of the only things that comes in these bags, gold, peridot, and all right, we're zeroed out on that. Let's just see what our weight is on this one. All right, well, 0.198. That's right within the normal specs of what we expect to get. 198 to 19 to 21 is what I've always gotten. I think I had 0.22 one time. So 198 goes down for that one. This is our original that we did that came with this bag. When I looked up my stuff, I realized, so whenever I got my shirt, I only ordered one Gizmo bag. When I ordered my second time, which I still even have the order that shows that that they were offering the shirt on Black Friday when I ordered that I did not get the shirt from. And but that's when I ordered the Lynch original and the Gizmo, thinking they were going to double up the order and I'd get a second, another shirt, or I can't remember. Whatever. Anyway, at any point, maybe I thought that's what they were going to do on the first order. That's why I only ordered one. On the second time, when I ordered it on Black Friday, I had no intention of ordering a doubling up on it. I just was going to see what they would send me. So, okay, well, here we have 0.203 on this one for our Lynch original, which that is, again, right on the money for what we would expect to get from that one. And then we have, let's see, what do I do? Okay, this is our last, the last Gizmo bag here. And somehow I've swapped this around. How did I swap that out before? Anyway, let's tap it in here and see what we get. Again, 0.200, right on the money. So even like I said, either I got lucky. We'll see what John R. Prospecting gets on his, because he ordered his on Black Friday, just like I did, but he didn't have the pre-order where they sent it together. They sent his. So two O's, 1 9s, and two O's are a good weight on these. So let's run some numbers and see what they come up with. I really don't think these are our two gizmos. Look pretty much identical. And then our original, it may just be not, it doesn't seem to have the little bit bigger chunks. That there's one little, we'll look at this in the a little bit closer, but these are all going to mix together anyway, so it doesn't matter. But as far as that, I think our gizmos had a little bit chunkier. This had a little bit more finer stuff in it. But again, for the sale bags, if the only issue was if they hadn't screwed me for $10 in postage, it would have really been good, even with the you know I don't count postage on uh you know my ROIs, like y'all know, but still, I don't like paying it. It counts. It comes out of the pocket. But then we have our nice peridot. It would have been nice to have double that in these, because those are some pretty peridot chunks in this one. And that one is a very dark amethyst, as opposed to this one. It's kind of, you can see the banding almost in that. So that's just, again, just very strange that they would do that. But all right, well, let's run some numbers and I'll be back. Well, it would seem that my mic died on me in between the last section and the next one, so I'm having to narrate through this and try to remember what I said. But we're comparing here this is the Gizmo gold I've combined on the paper here to get a close look at it, compared to the original bag, which is here. So it looks like they're pretty much the same, maybe a little bit finer in the original bag, but still the usual nice, beautiful, golden, nice character, clean Lynch gold. So on the first order of the Gizmo bag that I got, it was going for $53.49 a gram at that time. And we have $11.13 gold value off of that, which we got a 68% ROI off that bag, which is really good, really nice. Uh, you know, are decent for the usual amount we'd expect to get. On my two bags that I got from the Black Friday sale, gold had gone up to $57.11 a gram. And we had the gold value off the Gizmo bag was $11.42. And the original bag was $11.71. And these were the two that were down to the $13 price. So they were a little bit cheaper. And that ended up giving us an 84% and an 87% ROI on those two bags, which is very high for Lynch. And so to combine, the order came out to 86% for those two bags together, which is about the highest ROI you're going to get off of any Lynch, I think, or thereabouts. So not bad. And it would have been nicer if I would have gotten saved the $10 off of the postage off of that they ended up charging me over for this single order. But still, it's I'm pretty happy with that. So we will add this to our vial of Lynch gold here. We're going to take a look, I think, and see first, what it weighs all together. And there we have it, 0.587 grams. And we'll just go ahead and dump the rest of this in and see what our total Lynch weight is that I've got. So there we go, 4.190. So that's a nice little amount of our pure lynch gold. That's supposed to be the higher carat gold, the 20 to 20, over 20 plus carat, 19 to 20 plus carat. Again, there's a couple of the bigger chunks that came in the larger gizmo bags, and then all the rest of this is just small gold that's come out of all these the other gizmo bags and the originals that vultures and belmonts that I've done. So just 0.20s at a time, most of that. But again, it's really beautiful gold, and lynch, you know, it stands out as it's, you know, you can tell lynch gold for sure. So we're going to use our John R. prospecting funnel to put everything back in our vial, which is, those funnels are really nice. I snip the end of mine so that it's doesn't clog up whenever it's flowing in there, and it gets larger pieces in. So you don't have to worry about pulling it out and spilling it whenever it's clogged up. But just that little snip off the end makes a big difference. So there we have it. Thank you to John R. Prospecting for that. And while we're here, thank you to Mike Hill again for the beautiful prospector coin that he sent me. This 1 ounce silver coin. And I know that Mike Hill has been feeling kind of under the weather and has been dealing with some illness there with some pain here recently. So all the best for that to him, my friend. Thank you so much. Well, all right. As if this has not been a long enough day, that last segment I just recorded, either my mic was, I think the battery was dead on my mic, or the box, but it went out on me, and I've got to go back, and I had to go back. I haven't done it yet, but you've heard it, and narrate through that last part because I've already mixed all the gold together and I can't redo it. So, yeah, that's going to be a longer night of editing. So, but it was a fun round of lynch, and I'm real happy with this year's turnout. That was a good little pile of gold for it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I guess that will pretty much wrap up this 99th episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and y'all might notice behind me the big behemoth. I had to move it out from the where it's been sitting for months in there with I got my tree pretty much finished decorating, but yeah, I've got the big boy in here now, and it's already adorned with some of the, you can see there's our Vendetta prospecting magnet, and it's got this was the one was from number 29 of 50 from Heavy Pans, Bayou Gold Guy from Vendetta. I've got my John R. prospecting magnet, and that one's a Bayou Gold Guy. John R. prospecting, number 3. Number 3, how come that's not number 1, John? Well, wow, I don't get that. And then we have our new Joey Brown magnet and some of that little bag of gold that came with that sticker and the magnet. So very cool. Thank you, my friend. And then our A3 Sky Warrior. Like I said, this is the first, probably the first Christmas card I've had in a decade. And it's he also sent me his awesome coin, our Department of the Navy coin. Very cool. Thank you so much, brother. As well as the Christmas card, he included some gold included on the nice little message there, and some gold taped into the card. So very cool. But yeah, so we are set with the new refrigerator. And while we're over here, I just did another batch of $10,000 wings. And man, I used if y'all not familiar with the habanero, mango habanero sauce from Hot Wings there, This stuff, you can get this. I can get this at Walmart at least, but that stuff has got some bite to it. It is a really good, sweet, tangy, kind of comes out sticky, but it's got a nice little heat to it. So there we go. And that will do it for this episode. Thank you again. Check out, like I said, I'm going to probably check out Avatar just because, I mean, it's supposed to have kind of a weak story to it, but the visuals are just supposed to be so stunning. And, you know, I didn't see the first one at the theater, so I figure I'll go check this one out. It's just that over 3 hours watch time, but they say it's pretty good. It keeps you interested in it for that most part. So good luck with that if y'all choose to check that out. If you missed, the AOC has her movie out now from the Squad, and the it's like in Till the End or something like that, but it's it released in like 200 theaters, and it came out. Hey, my cats are. It came out to like $80 a theater is what this movie made. So again, it's the whole Green New Deal, you know, libtard crap down the tube. So I expect Avatar should be breaking some records just because there's nothing else to watch. So there you have it. And so until the next time, then I hope everyone has a wonderful, Merry Christmas season. And I'll leave a link again in the description and on the end screen to check out that video for the comment on winning the 1 gram plus of Christmas Bayou Pay Dirt. Contact me at BayouGoGuy79 if you're interested in the 100% ROI, $100 a bottle, Christmas Bayou Pay Dirt. And that'll do it. So until the next time, my friends, have a wonderful holiday season and peace out.